Good evening, Mason Nation, and welcome to another episode of Mason Cable News. I'm Tyler Resch.
And I'm Sana Malik. Global Consortium earns Simon Spotlight Award. George Mason University has been named as one of the only three recipients of the 2014 Senator Paul S. Simon Spotlight Award from NAFSA, Associates of International Educators. The award recognizes institutions of higher education using innovative and creative approaches to a specific area of internationalization. George Mason University was recognized for the Global Problem-Solving Consortium, created by Provost Peter Stearns and led by the Office of Global and International Strategies to bring together students and faculty from around the world to study global problems. We felt the GPSC was a prime example of innovative internationalized learning and perfectly suited for the Paul Simon Spotlight Award, says Rowand. As an active member of NAFSA, I am extraordinarily pleased that Mason can be recognized in this way. George Mason University was very pleased and humbled to have received the award and recognition.
Last fall held some great news for junior Hannah King from the School of Dance, as she received a large grant from the Office of Scholarship, Creative Activities, and Research, also known as OSCAR. A passionate follower of the arts, Miss King began pursuing her career early in her life by joining Seattle's Kaleidoscope Dance Company. By the age of 15, she was already choreographing her own dances, which she continued to do last fall, when she created a magnum opus with 6 fellow dancers. Using the $1,000 from the grant, King was able to assemble the necessary aesthetics needed to take the performance to a whole new level, including costumes and music. After getting some positive feedback from the dance faculty, we very much look forward to the final cut of King's dance.
Mason students develop mobile app and discourage underage drinking. The success of last year's release of Mason's first mobile games to affect social change, designed to prevent gang activity among teenagers. The mission of the game is to delay or prevent the illegal first drink for kids, says Eric Strickland, Senior Director for Government Relations for the Century Council. Delaying that first drink means we then are able to have a positive impact in life. We need them to say yes to a healthy lifestyle and no to underage drinking. On the first day of class, the 50 students in game 232 discovered their semester's work would be to render a pair of mobile apps aimed to electronic tablet platform users ages 6 to 9 and smartphone users ages 9 to 15. For Taunton, the measure for success for the final app won't be the sheer number of downloads, but the impact the app has on users.
Genocide awareness and free speech. As many of you have noticed, members of the George Mason Students for Life have teamed up with the Genocide Awareness Project to inform college students about their viewpoints on abortion and why no one should go through with it. To counteract any diminishing of their campaign by faculty staff, the group has made sure to address how they have every right to do so under the First Amendment of the Freedom of Speech and Assembly provisions. This harkens back to the day of Vietnam protests where anti-war sentiment was fierce and really speaks to one of the best parts about college campuses. They serve as great tools for grassroots support. We do encourage students to follow up and express their beliefs, and the group plans on staying for the next couple of days if you're interested in what they have to say. Now for the event rundown.
Journal brings former U.S. Attorney General Michael McCasey to Mason Law Campus, speaker to examine NSA wiretaping and PRISM on Wednesday, March 26th.
Greek Week. Celebrate your passion for everything Greek related, from mythology to food, all this week. And now we go into sports. So, welcome to another segment of Patriot Sport Recap. For those who missed out on Mason Sports because of March Madness, have no fear. All of you probably have your brackets busted by now, but here we're talking about some Mason sports. So we start things off by heading to Spuyler Field to see how the baseball boys matched up against the Rams of Fordham in a 3-game weekend series. The Rams traveled from the Bronx to Fairfax and hoped to score their first A-10 victory, but the Patriots also had the first in-conference victory in sight as well. With home field advantage and a roaring crowd at the stadium on Friday, they did just that. Mason picked up their first A-10 victory in school history as they won the contest 7-4. After the impressive feat, the boys were right back at it Saturday. With sunny skies and a soft spring breeze in the forecast, the Patriots were able to score another victory, this time a 6-0 shutout over the Rams. Looking for the sweep on Sunday, the Patriots fell short, however, as the Rams got off to a quick start and held on to the lead. The final score was 8-5. So the baseball team picked up 2 key A-10 victories and improved their record to 14-7 and 2-1 in conference. So congrats, guys. On a bit smaller diamond, the softball team unfortunately did not have the same success as their male counterparts. The ladies took on St. Joe's in a doubleheader on Saturday, which was also their first A-10 games. Sadly, the girls could not get their offensive surging as they dropped their first contest 9-6 and the second one 1-0. The 2 L's in the loss column dropped the girls to a struggling 8-13. The girls will look to score their first in-conference win on Saturday at home against St. Bonaventure. As we transition from the grass to the dirt, we switch to the clay and, well, more grass. The track and field team had a few honorable mentions as last Saturday's VCU Invitational. Jason Wellington not only set a personal record but also a school record with 167 feet 8-inch hammer throw. The throw was enough for Wellington to take home the honor of male performer of the meet. Freshman Bernard Freeman was also on his game Saturday. Freeman finished third in the 200-meter dash and was also a part of the first place 4x400-meter relay. With his stunning first performance in a Mason uniform, Freeman was named Rookie of the Week. Congrats, guys. So now we trade in the javelin and pole vaulting for a 9-iron as we take a look into Mason's golf team. During the Middleburg Bank Intercollegiate Tournament, the Patriots teed off and finished third out of 27 teams on Sunday with an overall score of 293. That's 13 over par. So good job, guys. And finally, the women's tennis team could not escape their arachnid rivals. The Richmond Spiders defeated the Lady Patriots 7-0 this past weekend. But for sports, that's going to be all. Be sure to tune in Wednesday for our Patriots sports preview, and follow Mason Athletics and Mason Cable Sports on Twitter at Mason Athletics and MCN Athletics, respectively, for daily updates and scores. So back to the regular news. And now for the tweets of the day. Angel Cabrera replied to a tweet by GMU Squirrels about having to have school canceled last weekend. President Cabrera replied saying, "Stay on your tree or the plows may get you." A lot of retweets and favorites there from the Mason Nation from our own president.
Then GMU Squirrels replied saying, "More snow, more like more no."
Yeah, so obviously we're supposed to get some snow tomorrow, but if you did get that Mason alert, Mason's still having classes and their offices are still open tomorrow, so just for that. But that's all for today's Monday news. Tune in on Wednesday for some more. But as for now, I'm Tyler Resch.
And I'm Sana Malik. Have a good night, Mason.